I got into functional healthcare, one of the first things I wanted to delve into was trying to help people with their weight accumulation. In our society today, so many people eat the American lifestyle, and that typically is a pretty sick lifestyle, that we consume way too much food and we gain weight. I found that when I started testing more and more patients over the years, that people who had high levels of heavy metals in their body, I realized that one of the reasons why the body is a uniquely made organism, because it will do everything it can to protect the human. And so when people get exposed to too much aluminum or mercury, from a light bulb or what have you, that body will take and have the heavy metal get into the bloodstream, and then it will deposit it. And one of the great cells it loves to put it in is fat cells. When a person takes and has really high toxicity, and they've got a lot of heavy metals in their body, and they're obese, I will tell you that the people that detox their body or eliminate, get rid of, clean out that body from those heavy metals will shed the weight so much faster, probably twice as fast as people who don't. Because once you get the heavy metal out of a fat cell, then the body will burn it. It will protect you by not burning it because it doesn't want to expose it to the body itself, and so it holds on to that. So a lot of in fact, that's why in fish, you see mercury in the fat of fish. Another thing that we deal with health with weight loss is that there are two fuels that a person has, and if they eat one fuel too much, like sugar is one of the fuels that when you eat too much of it, it's actually converted to fat. Fat's never converted to sugar. There's two forms of exercise. There's aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise is when you're exercising and you don't ever get out of breath. So getting in shape would make it so you could take and run a 100-yard dash and wait 10 seconds and get back to your basal heart rate. That's being in shape. You never get out of breath. When you're talking, you don't have to stop to breathe. When you're aerobically exercising, you're efficiently burning fat. When you're anaerobically exercising and you're out of shape, or if you eat too much sugar, then that anaerobic exercise mainly burns sugar. And sugar is converted to glucose or glycogen, and it's stored in muscles, but whatever you don't use, it's converted to fat. So the best thing to do to lose weight is to take and we teach people exercise, we teach people how to eat right, we teach people how to live a clean life. I'd have to say eating the Garden of Eden diet, eating foods that are alive. It's very hard to gain weight. How many calories is a pound? That's something a lot of people want to know. We talk about the thyroid, and it sets the basal metabolic rate of how many calories you burn in a day. If we do a body comp analysis like we would do in the office here, we would take and measure how many calories you burn in a day without exercise. That's really important to know when you're dealing with weight loss, because if your calorie count is 3,500 calories, that's equivalent to about a pound of fat, or a pound. Calories are a unit of heat, and fat and sugar both burn and put off heat. So if you have a basal metabolic rate of, let's say, 2,000 calories burnt in a day, then our job will be to say, if you really know that, and you're working on eliminating your toxicity, then the next thing we have to do is we have 1,500 calories that are above the 2,000 to get to 3,500, so we have one pound lost. And so the goal would be to take that 1,500 and either exercise 800 calories more and eat 750 calories less, or somehow make that equation come into balance. By doing that, then a patient has kind of a really neat understanding. It's not so much controlling everything that you eat, but creating a lifestyle. The lifestyle is what will make somebody lose weight. It's not a plan, it's not a diet. Diets don't work. Lifestyle does. Eating healthy, exercising, and never going beyond your calorie limit without increasing some type of exercise. The more exercise you have, the muscles are the motor. The more motor you have, the more fuel it needs. The less motor you have, the more you sit and you're sedentary. Or if you have muscle problems or ill health, or if you have joints that are so diseased that you can't exercise, you're in tough shape because it's hard to make the motor bigger. But in healthcare, for functionality, we need to take, for people to lose weight, we need to take and have them do all those components. And it's not so much just for a little bit of time. I tell people, let's have a pound a month club and let's lose a pound a month for 3 years. 36 pounds without putting it on in 3 years is pretty successful. It doesn't sound exciting, but you're trending in a way where you're becoming more healthy. You have anything else to add to that?
No, I think that one of the biggest keys that I've seen is, as Dr. Hill said a second ago, it's uncovering some of those things that a lot of patients don't find at other offices. You know, if you're not looking to find what your heavy metal toxicity looks like, you're not going to know that it might be a variable that plays a big role in being able to burn fat. And really creating a solution for people that is sustainable. I think that it's unreasonable for doctors like us to tell a patient stop eating food and exercise all day long. Most people won't be able to do that. It's not reasonable,
right? You
right?
can't live that way.
Yeah. You know, there's never been a period of time in history where it's been easier to be overfed and undernourished. So focusing on the right types of foods that you can consume, whole real foods primarily, and then working on top of that functional framework to do what's best for the individual to help them lose weight. We've been very successful.
I have one patient that started at 400 pounds, and now he's down just about to 300 pounds. He was one of the most toxic guys, and he never eliminated his bowel. He never drank water. And again, that's another one of those things. Without water, you can't burn fat because it needs oxygen, and water's a really good thing. So people who down here in Arizona, they don't consume enough water. You should drink a quart of water for every 50 pounds of body weight. Everybody should. And that dilutes pollution, and it also takes and helps you lose body fat when you exercise. So that's just one of the little things that we would give to a patient who wanted to lose weight in our office. There's a million little things. Everybody's different. Everybody starts and ends, and everybody's paced in a different way. Success is not speed. Success is health. That's probably the most important thing to me in weight loss.